Is this the one that sold his house? And people are like,
Well,
"What are you going to do with the money?" He's like, "I'm going all in on Bitcoin."
yep, yep. That
Dale.
what we got, man.
We got lots in Bitcoin to cover today. I think last week we talked a little bit about maybe covering some of the models and frameworks that people are using to create their Bitcoin predictions. And I thought it might be kind of fun to also just go over some of the more fun looking predictions from some of the famous folks that are currently in the Bitcoin space. You want to get into
Yeah,
it?
for the models, I really like this one, the rainbow chart. It's it's a very in my mind. It's kind of like a very visual way, and I really like how they describe it. You guys can Google it, and this chart has been a while, right? I remember I'd seen this like maybe what 8, 10 years ago.
Yeah,
Um,
it's been around for a while. I think they started it probably after the first couple of cycles. You know, they had enough data to kind of start putting that together, right?
yeah, yeah, because it was one of the first ones that I saw. The interesting thing is that literally when you see the chart of the Bitcoin rainbow chart on the website, you see these colors of the rainbow, and then basically kind of like it starts from blue usually, and it says basically a fire sale. So it's like when it's hitting that area, it's like, come on, man, just buy it. It's
Yeah,
cheap,
exactly.
right? And then it start moving to the next one. Is like, it's just buy, right? It's like it's a buyer's market, like similar to the
Hmm.
real estate market. Then you move into kind of more the all right, people is accumulating, right, with green. So they start just accumulating Bitcoin. Then you start moving kind of in the center, it's like still cheap. Then it's like okay, start getting pricey, right? So it's basically then hodl hodl it, right? Because now kind of the price is getting higher and higher. Then it's like orange, is this is a bubble? Then it's like suddenly you see like all of the DJs FOMO like in
Uh,
intensify, and it's like everyone just getting into it, and then you just start getting into the red zone, right? Like sell, 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 man. It's like this is
yeah.
like a bubble for sure. It's like a maximum bubble territory. And you know what is the funny part though?
What's that?
Sometimes we actually have even go outside of the model to even different color outside of the this is the maximum bubble territory.
You fall out of the rainbow.
Literally. So this model in particular eh, kind of it broke a couple years ago in both ways. So they had
Mhm.
readjusted it. But yeah, I still really like this one because it actually has the halvings kind of very kind of the lines, the vertical lines for the halvings. So again, it helps you to visualize it very, very good. What's your take there?
Hey, I think it's a really easy way to tell you kind of like when you should be accumulating or buying and when you should probably be DCAing out, right? Dollar cost averaging
Hmm.
out. So, I mean, I think it's a very, very clear line. Now, the plot that this has, I think it maybe shows a little bit of diminishing returns on Bitcoin. So it's not growing as much every
Origin
cycle,
in the
right?
beginning, yeah, in the
Yeah,
beginning of the
as it
cycle.
did in the beginning, right? So again, it's a log growth curve, and so you can imagine it's going to go kind of like this, and it's going to even out towards the end cycles, right? So you may not see as much growth towards the end. So I think that's an important thing to point out for the rainbow chart. However, some people are saying that diminishing returns that may not be something that is actually that may not hold true in the coming cycles, just because we're seeing a lot of other things, and we'll explore some of the other laws
Yeah.
in a couple of other sections. But that's important to know. But it's a very useful tool. The colors are very easy to understand when you look at it. We're going to share all the links in our notes, so when you're looking through these, you can go to the websites and look these up and play with them a little bit. But rainbow chart, very easy to use. Right now, what color are we in, Mondo? Do you have it up? I think we're
We
in a hodl or
we're in a huddle
accumulation.
in a huddle accumulate between huddle and accumulation. Yeah, we're kind of in the
Hmm.
middle. So which is not bad, right? We still you can still accommodate and it's still people think that the price is pretty high. And I've seen some YouTuber very publicly. There was this guy. Do you know who is uh, Cardone, right?
Oh
Like
yeah, Grant Cardone.
Grant Cardone.
Hmm.
Well, he has like a twin. He looks almost like him,
Really?
Gary.
Oh, I
Gary
didn't know
Cardone.
that.
So because I stumbled upon him, it's like on YouTube. It's like, what the heck? What happened with him? He seemed a little bit like skinnier, and his voice is a little bit more like different. So like, huh? Is he getting like weird or older or like sick or like I don't know, right? Kind
Yeah.
of different. It's
Hmm.
like, oh, he's Gary Cardone, and then I figured out that was his brother. Well, the guy is into crypto. He
Mm,
sold his mansion, 2.8 millions, and the guy's
nice.
like, I'm putting every single penny at $68,000 per Bitcoin.
Oh, this is the guy that said he sold his. Is this the one that sold his house? And people are like,
Well,
"What are you going to do with the money?" He's like, "I'm going all in on Bitcoin."
yep, yep. The guy is out there, and he already has his following. Uh, I mean, he has the last name right, so
Hmm.
Cardone. So people might be thinking that is the Grand Cardone, but yeah, that guy is doing it. So, and again,
Ah,
multiple people are being very public to. They don't care the price right now. They don't want a DCA. It's like, nope, I don't care because for them it's like they are gonna wait for a the guy is saying I'm gonna wait for the 2 3 years and hopefully even I just double my money, and he started just giving examples on the real estate with that particular mansion
hmm.
that he actually was almost losing money in several
Yeah.
years that he held it.
Yeah, there's lots of carrying costs involved with owning a mansion. You know, you can imagine the upkeep that it needs, the repairs that it needs, the taxes he has to pay. If he had, you know, a loan, all the interest that was going into it. So there's a lot of carrying costs for something like that. So yeah, in the end, he said he maybe lost a little bit, or maybe was close to breaking even when he actually sold the mansion.
Yep.
And he says in Bitcoin, you know, he's going to destroy that that return. So
Yes.
very interesting there. Well, that's all we've got for today. We'll see y'all next time. Dale.
Dale.